All right, hey, Brian Finneran here from the locker room, 6 to 10 every morning over there on The Fan, 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM. I'm here today with some Atlanta Vibe fans. We're excited about the upcoming season, ready to rock and roll. I'll start with Patrice and talk to us about why you became a fan, how you learned about the Atlanta Vibe, and what makes you super excited about this coming season.
Sure thing. So my daughter Ashlyn played high school, club, and 1 year college volleyball, and I enjoyed watching her. Her best friend also played, and her mom and I became good friends, and when they graduated, we missed volleyball, and then we heard about it on social media, and it was before they were even the Vibe. It was just Pro Atlanta Volleyball or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just knew we were going to get tickets, and the day season tickets went on sale, that was the early bird tickets. We got them, front row down there.
That's awesome.
And we've been, excited for it. We were so excited, waiting for it, up to it, and then we went to every game. We even went to Omaha for the championship, and
wow.
It was just a blast. I'm looking forward to them taking it all the way this year. That's what I'm looking forward to this next.
That's the plan, right? Get some new players and some more action and a great vibe going into the second season for the Atlanta Vibe. Lauren, you're a fan as well, season ticket holder?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Talked about why you became a season ticket holder and why you like the Vibe so much.
Yeah, so I played club volleyball growing up. I still play now. I have a tournament this weekend.
Good luck.
But my dad and I, for our last hurrah before I got married, we went to the NCAA National Championship, and we ended up meeting the AVP president. And so we knew volleyball was coming. And then my dad asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I didn't have anything in mind. And I was like, well, there's this pro volleyball. It'd be cool to get tickets. And I thought maybe a few games, but he ended up getting us season tickets, and we're right on the floor. So it was really fun. We had a good time.
That's pretty cool. That's a great story. It's funny how almost like Eileen, when you think about volleyball and be able to watch it in the Olympics, and then kind of gets people fired up, and then be able to be a part of it here locally in Atlanta for the Atlanta Vibe makes it even that more real and in your face and exciting to be a part of. How come you're excited about this upcoming season, and what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see our players return. I'm really looking forward to seeing the new people that will join us. I think one of the things that I'm most excited about is getting to know, seeing some of the returning fans and really celebrating the relationships that we have formed over the past year, getting to know each other and supporting the Vibe, and seeing who else is going to join our new Vibe family.
Yeah, draft coming up, and free agency is a part of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the players, the fans, the whole team, just truly all of it. We're one really big community.
So, Lauren, what makes the Vibe games so much fun? And I know this year is going to be especially fun and exciting because of all the pregame and postgame events that they'll have planned for you guys, theme nights, different things like that. But what made it so much fun and exciting for you last year?
I think really just the energy in the gym. You'll hear like the ATL chant at the end of games for the winning point. Also, like everyone just gets excited. Morgan Hintz has a great save. There's a great kill. Everyone goes wild. And then also Mamie. She brings the energy.
Mamie?
Yeah.
She's our in-game host.
In-game host, Mamie.
Oh, she's a good time. Yeah.
We actually should bring her to get some stuff.
All right, we will.
She gets the crowd.
So we'll get to know her pretty good?
Yeah.
That's awesome. If Watson, sit down there for a second, too. I'll get you in the mix in a second. Patrice, what was your first game experience like? Do you remember what happened and what took place and what you're feeling?
Yeah, I was working that day, and I remember when I got off work, I was so excited. I was walking through the hallways, and I actually did a video. I said, I'm ready to go see the Vibe, and I posted it, and they actually reposted it, and I was like, oh, I'm excited.
Nice.
Because they're good with the fans, too. That's what I like about this whole organization. But I remember there was traffic going from Decatur up to, Duluth, and I was like, get out of the way, I'm trying to get to the Vibe game. And we got there, and it was just electric. Just the feeling of a new team, a new women's team. It was the only way I can describe it was electric. Just being there, and then them winning, and just seeing history being made was phenomenal.
That's great.
And having both my daughters there. And, I was telling them earlier, I have a 21-year-old and a 30-year-old daughter, Alexis and Ashlyn, and the fact that they want to hang out with mom at this age and go to the games, is phenomenal. And I feel like that helped bring us three together.
That's special. Very nice. All right, we'll turn it to Watson real quick. This is not just for the women in the room. This is for everybody. Men, women, children can come and enjoy the Atlanta Vibe games. Watson, talk about your experience. Are you a season ticket holder?
Yes, I am.
And why did you become a season ticket holder? And talk about your first couple experiences with the Vibe.
Yeah, I guess I'm sort of unique in that I never really played volleyball or anything like that. A lot of the people in the community who are watching are like they used to play or they know people who played, but I just really like watching it. I think it's a great sport.
It's super impressive. They're super athletic, yeah.
Yeah, I was really into watching volleyball from college, and then I went to UGA, and Casey Evans, who is now on the Vibe, was like a star player at UGA. So sort of following her career kind of got me into the Vibe, and I was already interested in volleyball and like having a pro. I had heard about it, but when Casey Evans was going to be on the team, that sort of was the nail in the coffin.
That's cool.
Guess, so to
Just
speak.
a local person
I
you
was
can
like,
cheer
I
for
gotta
and root
get
for?
season tickets. Yeah,
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Very good. Do you have a in-game experience that you enjoyed the most, or was there a moment during the season that jumped out at you, or something about the games that you liked watching?
Yeah, I think it was really impressive just to see I'm used to watching a lot of college volleyball, so to see that higher level and what because all the players in this league are top players from the college level, so I think that was really impressive in general. And then just the first game of the season, which was actually the first ever game in the whole PVF.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The Vibe won, so we got the very first win in the league, and it was a really close game against the Omaha Supernovas. So yeah, that was a great moment.
That's awesome. Thank you, Watson. And then Kaylin, season ticket holder as well, and were you a volleyball player growing up?
I was a volleyball player in middle school, not very much of a volleyball player, but it was a sport I thoroughly enjoyed watching. I ended up breaking my arm every year growing up, so that kind of prevented me from doing more volleyball because I was a little bit too fragile.
Do you remember your favorite part from last season?
I went to my first game in March with Lauren, and I thought the Vibe was electric, like Patrice said, because that is probably the only way to describe it. I thought that all of their saves that I thought were absolutely impossible. There was no chance they were going to save that ball, and then every time they just blew me away and proved me wrong. I was like, this is absolutely incredible to be able to witness this, and just having the pro women's volleyball and having that, it was so empowering to kind of see these women be a professional volleyball player, and it was just a very, very neat to be able to witness something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like morale is high and people are super excited about this upcoming season, and to see what's going to happen with the draft and free agency, and how much better they can be on the court and go win it all again this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So see what happens. All right, today, Junior, Patrice, talk about this blanket you brought in, because it's not just about watching the women play on the court, which is super exciting, but the environment that you're in, the people you're with, the other fans that you get a chance to meet. Talk about what this blanket is you brought in and how it came about.
Okay, so like I said, it's about the community and the environment, and there's a couple that sits behind us, Will and Laura. In the middle of the season, they surprised us, and she had on a shirt, and it said "Future Vibe Fan" on her belly, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're pregnant? And yes, they're pregnant. And so I crochet, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make y'all a baby blanket. So I got this wonderful, crazy idea that I was gonna attempt to do the Atlanta Vibe logo. And you can't see it on radio, obviously.
Let me see, because there's a camera over here. If I hold it up, they'll be able to see it. So talk about what it is and what you did.
I crocheted that Atlanta Vibe logo for them for their baby blanket. And it took me, it's over 25,000 stitches. It took me since July. I tell them it's one of a kind, because I will never make another one for them. And I actually had to tell them the other day what it was, because they didn't know it was this particular blanket, because I knew I was coming here and I was going to be showing the players the blanket. So I sent them a picture of it, and they're excited to get it. And their little baby was born last week. Her name is Charlie Ann, and I like to call her my Vibe baby, like a God baby. And if I hadn't weren't for the Vibe, I wouldn't know them and wouldn't have developed that friendship with them. And
that's great. That's great. Meet people, become friends, and next thing you know, you're crocheting blankets for babies. Very good. You got something?
This is My favorite moment, honestly, my dad, he is a volleyball dad. I'm now 26, so he's been in this for a long time. But after we won, he loved Claire Chaussee, which was on another team, but we beat her at home, and I just have a video that's on my Facebook of him waving his arms. It's the cutest thing, and it got so many likes on my Facebook. So that was probably my favorite moment, is just sharing that with my dad, especially because it's kind of been our thing.
That's awesome.
Since I was 13.
Right.
So, yeah,
that's
it's
neat.
fun.
Now it could continue for a long time with the Vibe. All right. As season ticket holders, we kind of go around the room and tell us what you're looking forward to the most this season.
I am personally looking forward to all the special events that they do for the season ticket holders that are especially for season ticket holders. So get your season tickets because they are definitely worth it. Getting to meet the players, getting to know other fans like we talked about. And they're just fun events that they have for just us.
That's awesome. AtlantaVibe.com if you want to check those out. So season ticket holder, what are you looking forward to the most this upcoming season?
I'm just looking for another incredible season, and let's take that championship home this year. Vibe.
I love it. That's our vibe. That's what we're doing. That's how we're feeling it. Watson, you got something you're looking forward to this season?
That's a good question. I mean, yeah, there's
Make
so much.
something up.
There's so much to look forward to that it's hard to come up with like a quick answer. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot. There's a lot of perks of being a season ticket holder. I think the Vibe, we're a great team, so a lot of great volleyball to look forward to as well. And yeah,
Very
be
good.
fun.
All right. Eileen, you can sit down real quick. We'll get your take from that. And then I'll do Kaylin. What is, as a season ticket holder, some of the things you're looking forward to coming up this season?
Okay, so I'm actually not a season ticket
We
holder.
can pretend you are not.
But I was going to mention that I was going to become a season
let's
ticket
go.
holder. Because I think even just being in this environment, just with all the fans and like seeing that you guys actually really care about getting to know each other as fans is really unique to me, because I feel like that maybe is not super common. But I feel like, and also getting to meet some of the players today, they're just very personable, and like you can tell that they really care about you. And I love watching the games, and I never really considered being a season ticket holder, but I kind of, after being on the radio, I'm like, actually, I think I am going
great.
to be a season ticket holder.
So-
And I just texted my husband, I think I want to become a season ticket holder.
That's so great. So our future season ticket holder,
Yeah.
Caitlin, is going to join the crew and enjoy
right.
all the different perks and meeting the fans and everything else that goes into being a season ticket holder for the Atlanta Vibe. And Eileen, what are you looking forward to the most?
I can only reiterate what has been said, that being a season ticket holder is incredible because of the community and how purposeful the community is made for the fans, and the connections that we are constantly brought into. It's actually really phenomenal, and so it's incomparable to other ways of participating, I think, in sports fandom. So just number one. Number two, it's really awesome to get to know the players. They are so fantastic and welcoming, and once you know them, and there is just this hype that is built around knowing that the people you support are actually so grateful and happy to have you around too. So that's number two. And number three, I want us to win.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it. You got to win. Well, that's awesome. Thank you guys for being here today and sharing your wealth of knowledge and information about the Vibe. We look forward to the second full season, and let's win another title.